Okay, I think this should be working. I have no way of knowing. Actually, I do. Let's see. Alright, I think this should be working. Alright, I think. Yep, cool. Um, hey guys, welcome back. And today's gonna be a special one. So I had this crazy idea where I would actually learn Java. That was not the crazy part. I was intending on learning Java for a while. But I'd learn it on a live stream in one sitting because apparently it's not one of the easier programming languages to learn. Most people start out with Python, and so did I. And now it's about time I do move on to like Java. Not permanently. I do love Python, but I've been taking this course. Um, it's like a boot camp which trains you in Java, and I just need to prep myself for it. And also just it'll help me anyway. Java is pretty useful in creating Android apps, although it's more of a Kotlin thing now. But it's used everywhere in most software engineering jobs. Java is the entry level language, so it is definitely useful to learn Java. Now, how will I be learning Java? I have a subscription to this service called Zybooks, um, where they it's like an interactive textbook that guides you through the concepts. I got it as part of the course I'm taking. Um, yeah. Why am I doing this now? It's not the best of times to do this because it's 3:30 a.m. in the morning right now, and I'm half sleep deprived, full delirious. But that's when the best ideas come, and that's when you need to, you know, capitalize on the opportunity, I suppose. Either way, I have my setup is of two kinds. The reason why I'll be looking that way for most of the part is because I will actually, so whatever I learn, I'll actually read it on this computer. I have a monitor, so I will be streaming like this, and I will be trying to explain what I'm learning as I go along, in this journey of learning. And that's because it's like a Feynman version, like the Feynman technique version, but not quite because the Feynman technique tells you to read all of the material first and then find out where you lack and then teach it to someone. But I'm just teaching along as I go. I don't know how this will work. I will definitely make some mistakes in explaining some things, but you know, if anyone wants to hold me up to that, please do. Let me know where I go wrong, and especially let me know what I can do better in learning Java. And yeah, I would appreciate that. Okay, let's begin. Um, in this live stream, my goal is to at least have one concurrent viewer. That would be really cool. Um, cool, cool, cool. Okay, so OBS is running. I better get to it. Let me see. Okay, I think this should be working. Yep. Oh, great. Okay. Um, all right. So the first thing any programmer writes in a program that they're trying to test out is to see if the program is running, is to see if it prints hello world. And the way to do that in Java is to do system.out.println. Now, as you can notice, um, hello, hello world. I'm not the fastest typist out there, but I think it should work. Oops, operation complete. Okay. And I'm using this, okay. I'm using this IDE called JGrasp. That's what my instructor recommended. I've heard IntelliJ is pretty cool too, but I don't know much about IntelliJ, so I'm not going to talk about it. Either way, as you can see, this is a statement to print hello world, and as you can see in the place right here, you can see hello world. Cool. So the hello world statement is a string, right? And this string is an argument for this function called println, which is a function in this class, I want to say, in the system class, with the out method, and this can be called the sub method, I think. And every statement in Java actually ends with a semicolon. If you don't end with the statement with a semicolon, the statement will give out an error. So let's try doing this. System.out.println hi. Okay, so no semicolon here. Let's run this program and see what it does. Yep. So one error. Exit code for process is 1. So 1 means that the program has an error and the program would not run successfully, has not been compiled and run successfully. So it actually tells you that a semicolon, is it a semicolon or a semicolon? I'm actually going to say semicolon. A semicolon is expected here. So if we try putting that now, it should run just fine. Bingo. Now, println isn't the only function you can print stuff with. You can also just use straight up print. Okay. Now, what's the difference between print and println? The difference is println stands for print line, which basically says that print this stuff and then take the cursor to the next line. Okay. But when you do print, it doesn't take the cursor to the next line. So whatever you're printing next will just be added to this line. Okay. So what am I saying? So it should now that I run the file, it should probably say hello world hi. It shouldn't divide the lines. It will only do, so the output should look kind of like this. Hello world hi. Also see how I'm giving no space. So Java actually doesn't account for any space because I'm giving it none. So it'll just push the letters that way, and then it will take the cursor to the next line because this is print line. I hope that makes sense. Oops. And this, by the way, is a comment. This is an inline comment or a single line comment. Comments are very useful to tell any other programmer reading your code, or even your future self reading your own code. It at least helps you figure out what the program is doing or what it intends to do. It's just human language, and the comments are never run. You can just type plain English in there explaining what your code means. So I showed you a single line comment, which is done with 2 backslashes, right, like this. And this right here, what you see here, is a multi-line comment or a multi-line comment, where you can start out with a backslash and an asterisk and end it with 1 as well. And this comment can extend to multiple lines. Look at this. This is still part of the comment. Cool. Alright. I don't know how to delete this. Delete one entire line in JGrasp. I'm usually used to Visual Studio Code. Okay. So now that I've gone through this, this actually happens to be the only thing I actually know how to do in Python. Okay. Now, from here on out, whatever I learn will be, um, whatever I learn will be taught here. But yeah, this is all I know. Whatever I'll teach from now on will be what I just learned. So yeah, keep that in mind. So let me just comment it out for my future reference. Print statements. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now let me open my Zai book. So a lot of the time I'll be actually reading the Zai book, so I won't be interacting with the code directly. So in that time, feel free to do anything. But when I start speaking again, maybe, uh, yeah, maybe I've got something to tell you. Okay, should be cool. All right. So I have one more thing to teach, which is variables. Okay. So, like in any other language, you can actually define a variable in Java too. What does a variable mean? It's like a placeholder for any value, right? The value can change. That's why it's called a variable. The value can the value can vary over time or over the execution of the code. Um, so let's say I define a variable called name. My name is Divyansh. Oops. Oh, double quotes, right? Divyansh. Right? That's my name. I can actually um, wait, I think okay. All right. Let's define my name to be Divyansh, which it is. Now I can actually print my name. I think this should work. Don't know yet. I'll actually comment these things out. Oh gosh. I'll comment them out so that why? How do I comment multiple lines? Okay. Alright, print name. This should run. Hopefully, don't know. Cannot find symbol. Okay. So let's try something else. My age is 19. Okay. Let me see if that runs. Oops. Age. Yep, that prints. Okay. So what I was doing wrong was when you're defining variables in Java, you actually have to define them with their data type. Okay. Now, what are data types? There can be many data types in a programming language. There can be integers, decimal numbers, which are called floating point numbers or floats. There can be like alphanumeric characters, which are usually called strings. Then there can be lists of alphanumeric or integer or float point values. They're called lists or arrays. So what I did was I just did name is equal to Divyansh, right? Name is equal to Divyansh, right? I didn't define that the name is actually a string because it contains alphanumeric characters, right? So I'm supposed to define. I don't know how to define a string. Let's actually see. I'm curious. Let's Google how to define a string variable in Java. Oh wow, okay. Okay, I see. Is this? Interesting. Okay, let's see. R equals new. This is what I checked out. String. Oops. Does this work? Let me try printing that out. Okay, this I don't know why this is not working. Okay, let's see. String, oops. String name equals to this. This in theory should work. Maybe do the gaps make a difference? Does white space make a difference? I don't know. Oh, okay, that works. Why is it not highlighted then? Interesting. Okay. Does white space make a difference? Nope. Still prints it. Okay. So this is how you define a string variable. Okay. And then you can actually print it. And you can actually do some cool things. What you can do is I can say my name is and then whatever is in the name. Okay. So I can say my name is and then just add whatever value is in the name variable to the sentence. So if I were to print this out, my name is Divyansh. And then I could change the name to, I don't know, John Doe. Okay. And it should still print out my name is John Doe. There you go. Oops. That's the power of variables. Okay. I'll just write string variables. Okay. I don't know what's next, so we'll have to see. Yeah. Integer variables. Int age equals 19, and that is to say my age is 19. System, oops, dot out dot println, my age is, and this is something new in I learned in Java. This should work. It should say my age is 19, and I can even say plus years old. I am 19 years old. How actually, I'll just Google it. How to comment out multiple lines at once in JGrasp. That's what I've been doing. It doesn't work. You know what? Actually, what I can do is I can actually use multi-line comments to make life easier for me. So I can just write a multi-line comment here. I just keep switching back between multi-line and multi-line, either way. And I can just write here star backslash. So all this is commented out. And then whenever I'm done with this, I can just transfer this to here. At the end of the line I want commented out. Okay, let's see. Oops, unclosed string literal, which is I didn't add a semicolon. And I also didn't end the string, which is what they meant. See? So they told me that you started a string here, but you didn't end it. You have to end it with the apostrophe or like quotation marks. Okay. Let's run it again. Yep, I'm 19 years old. Now this is actually pretty unique for Java. Java actually allows different data types to be printed together. Python would throw an error saying that age is an int type and you're printing it with strings. That is not allowed. But apparently in Java it is. So good for us. Okay. Now I need to do an exercise. So excuse me, exercise on the Cybooks. Okay, I learned something new. Um, so you can actually, so this worked. So we can transfer this comment to here, and then we can actually make another for inputs, right? Or user inputs. Oops. Now it works for the full line. Okay, user inputs, where we'll need to import a class called, so it goes like this, um, import java dot util from utilities, I'm guessing, scanner, right? Now we're importing the scanner thing to actually get user inputs, or like in the terminal they'll ask for our input, and once we give it to them, they can do some the program can do something with the inputs. So the input goes like this: you first have to declare a scanner object, and this can be done with a new keyword. So from what I understand, scanner, and that's what we did here. We have to declare a name object of the string class. So we have to let's say the variable is the variable scanner. The object of the class scanner is named scnr, short for scanner, and it's a new scanner, right? New scanner. um, but here we need an argument, that what is it scanning from. So Java can actually allow you to scan from multiple objects, it seems, multiple devices, it seems. So if I write system.in, I think it implies that I'm actually giving keyboard input, is what I'm actually, yeah, that sounds about right. And then it's not over yet. I've only defined the scanner. So it's I've only made it like I've only made the program able to get the user input, but where will it get the user input? Where will it store it? Right? So let's say I'm actually taking user input for I don't know, favorite number. Okay, favorite number. Um, I just wrote it in shorthand. Actually, if I'm doing Java, I should use camel case. Favnum. Um, where now this is where the scanner object we created comes into play. Scanner dot next int. Now I know it's a little inconsistent from what I can get from what I can gauge, but I think I'm starting to make sense of it. So whatever we input is in this next int, which will be stored in this favnum variable. Okay, and now we can just print it out. System.out.println and write your favorite number is favnum. Full stop. Okay, this should work, hopefully. Let's see. Okay. See, again, I never defined the variable favnum. I was putting a value in a variable that doesn't exist. That's what I was trying to do. So I need to define it first. So the favnum variable is an int. Okay, it's an integer. Cool. Okay, let's run it now. It should be okay. Yep. Forgot the semicolon again. Semicolon. Yes. Okay. So you see here, um, it's actually waiting for my input. So my favorite number actually happens to be 8. See, your favorite number is 8. So it actually waited for my input. And as long as I didn't give it, it kept waiting. So that's what the scanner class does, and that's what the scanner object does, right? Understand that an object is only an instance of a class. So a class is like a blueprint, and any object created of that blueprint is actually just the class, but like one specific instance of the class. And there can be many scanners that I can create with different variable names, with different arguments, but they're all going to be built off of the blueprint of the scanner class right here. I hope that makes sense, but yeah, it took some time for me to figure it out too, but I think this should make sense. Okay, now we have that out of the way. I have to do another exercise on Cyberbugs. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking of doing. Hmm. So these lessons are distributed in like full pages long of textbook material. So once I'm done with like an entire section, I teach whatever I've learned new. So it's more of teaching and it's less of a hassle to go back and forth. I think that might make more sense. Okay. Okay, I think my JGrasp window closed. Interesting. Okay, let me fix that actually. Yeah. Okay, I think this works. Let me see what's being shown on the. Hmm. Okay, seems to be working now. Let's see. Yep, should be good. Cool. Um. All right. So this section is actually about comments in white space, which is pretty important. I've already taught you about single line and multi-line comments. The only thing that I didn't mention before was these multi-line comments are called block comments because they can be made in blocks, while the single line comments can't. Okay. And it's standard practice to explain the code side by side. So you actually might just hit a couple tabs, just explain the code, and then keep going. That's the standard practice. Okay. Also, I'm just gonna use semi and multi. Okay, a multi-line comment can actually also be a single line comment. So I can write this completely. Um, it can be written. So this is also a comment, and I can also just write this. So this also works, but it's best practice if you reserve these characters for multi-line comments. Okay. We have a comment. Nice. Cool. Okay. Excuse me. All right, I'm just gonna teach you about the assignment operators, and then I'm gonna call it a stream, because I've yeah, yeah, this is way too late for me to now go to sleep too. Okay. Um, Again, I will stream tomorrow as well. So, and I'm hoping it will be a longer stream because I'll have the entire day and I'll be well rested. Either way, this is about assignment operators. So you see how I'm using the equal sign here, and many times throughout. Actually, let me delete the comment. Throughout my code, I'm actually using the equal sign a lot. What that means is it's actually not the equal sign in algebraic terms. So what I'm saying is when I say age equals to 19, I'm actually saying that 19, the value should be put into the variable age. So in the memory of the computer, wherever the age variable belongs, its corresponding value should be put to 19. Okay? Because when I was defining it, right, I don't need to define it with a value. Okay? I can actually just do this. So I've defined a location in my computer's memory which corresponds to this variable age. And then I can change the value, or like the memory location, right, where the variable stores or stored, or the value of the variable is stored. I can actually just say age is equal to 19, right? It'll still print out I am 19 years old. Now again, if I run the program, it'll output all of the stuff, but I'll actually just show the relevant stuff out to you. Yep, I'm 19 years old. And now it's waiting for my input. Let's say my favorite number, I like 11 too. Um, yep. So you see, 19 is actually, I'm 19 years old, is a valid output to this line, these lines of code. So this does not mean the equal sign in programming does not hold the same meaning as the algebraic meaning of the equal sign, and it's used to assign things. Now, if you were to compare, okay, so if I had the variable age, okay, and if I had the variable, I don't know, years equals 12, okay, and if I wanted to say that, if I wanted to ask if age is equal to years in algebraic terms, if the value of age is equal to the value of years, I think I would use in Java age equal to years. Let's see if that works. Nope. Wait, let's see how to compare numbers in Java, because that's how you do it in Python. Ooh, okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay. This is the operator, the comparison operator. But I don't, oh, because I've not defined, int years. I think I can then just do this. Let's actually do that and see if it actually runs. It should say true. Bruh. Okay. Int years. Years equals this. Okay, let's try doing this. Let's try printing this out actually, if this condition is true or not. It's false. See? So this condition is false, so that's what it prints out. Yeah, So this is the operator for comparison, but you just can't use it with no output. Is what I'm trying to is what I'm actually getting at. Um, yeah, because in Python you can just write age equal to years to see if it outputs true or false. But here you have to write this stuff, system.output or .println or something. But yeah, um, we will take it forward tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We had one total concurrent viewer. So yeah, I'd count that as a win. Anyway, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for joining me, and yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully today after I wake up. All right. Let me actually. Whoops. That was not what I planned to do. Give me a second. Alright. Let me change scenes. Nice. Okay. Thank you for coming, and I really appreciate the comments. And yeah, thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys today, hopefully. Alright, bye.